Greetings, adventurers. This video was written by Lauren. Lauren is an ASMR script writer who works with channels of all sizes, whether you're just getting started on making ASMR content or whether you've been around for years and have millions of subscribers. She has worked with all of those different sizes, and she is such a kind and caring and creative and imaginative writer that she's a whole lot of fun to work with. She has been a big part in kind of storyboarding different things for Whisperwind, and she offered to actually write me a few scripts for this coming series, which was so sweet of her and so great. So this is one of the videos that was written by her. So if you are an artist who is looking for maybe some help with the script writing or even just storyboarding for ASMR role plays or anything else that you may want a script for, Lauren works on a sliding scale so that everybody can get help with writing. So please, I would very much encourage you to reach out to her. She is amazing to work with and is gonna just give you something really, really amazing. So I will leave her contact information on the screen and in the description below. You can reach her via Twitter or via email, whichever is more comfortable for you. So thank you so much, dear Lauren, for helping with this video and with this series. And let's get to the video.
Oh, well met, stranger. My name is Alex, but around here people call me Z. It's a long story. Now, I have travelled all the way from the west coast of Kanjagar, all the way up north to Danwood, down here to the capital city of this fine kingdom of Maladia. And in all of my travels, I've learned one thing. People need stuff. That's right, everybody needs stuff. Now, I'm guessing that you are in the market for some high quality used goods, right? What? We've met before? Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, mate. My brain is just, it's like a potato, you know? Nah, I don't really know what that means either. I'm a bit forgetful. You see, being a traveling peddler, it can be a stressful job, and sometimes I try to, cope with the stress of that job. But it makes me a bit forgetful sometimes. Anyway, good to see you again. Now, did you come here just to look at me wares here? No, well, I suppose that is a long way to come just for some used goods. But I have got some quality merchandise here. I guarantee that there will be something here that will impress you. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You don't think so? What? You can't just look at the stuff and just make assumptions about things. I got all kinds of things and they're all so useful and unique. It's going to be amazing. And I accept gold and I also accept trades and things like that too. So there's really no excuse not to buy. Look at this. I traded for this just earlier today. This exquisite drawing of a cat. Isn't that just amazing? Look at it. It's like, whoa. I mean, look at the lines on here and the shape of its body. It almost looks like a loaf of bread. And some people, they actually say that cats sort of loaf around, and sometimes when they sit, they sort of look like a loaf of bread. So this is actually like a loaf cat. It's just incredible. Now, this this ain't for sale. I'm keeping this one. But I want to show you the choice merchandise here that I have got for sale, alright? Okay, let's start with, oh yeah, this duck. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it great? Look at the craftsmanship on there. The colours, the paint strokes that you can see of all the little feathers. Now this is used as a decoy by hunters down in the wet marshlands near Harkham, south of here, you know. But if you ain't a hunter, there's lots of other things you could do with this. This is made of a special kind of ceramic called torsionite. And torsionite is an incredibly strong material. So you could take this duck and you can actually grind it down and then use it to make reinforcement plates for things like boots or armour, things like that. Now a helmet lined in torsionite like this, it's very heavy. And I don't mean like, whoa, that's heavy, kind of heavy. I mean like actually real heavy. A helmet lined in torsionite can stop an arrow from piercing your skull, or maybe the hook of a dragon, a claw or something like that. It's incredibly tough stuff. It's also moisture resistant, so it won't take in, humidity, or if you're in the water or something, it won't get heavier. It is an incredible material. What? Okay. I guess I should mention, there is a chance that that's not true. I picked this up from someone and I like to give people a benefit of the doubt, I mean, I like to believe that people mean what they say, but it's possible that they were exaggerating just a bit. So if you do line a helmet with something like this, I would test it first before you just go out there and get shot, alright? Okay, yeah. But I mean, look at it. Look at this duck. Even if you don't use it for that, it is just an amazing duck. Don't you think? Oh, well. Alright, fine. I got loads of stuff here. I'm sure we'll find something that you like. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Hold on. I got these fascinating little things. These are melon holders. And don't they look just like extra silver to you? Like this, there's silver and then there's like really silver. These are like really silver, right? Aren't they just so fascinating? So what you do with these is you just take these ends here and you poke it into the side of a melon. And then you can, have the melon held there and you can just eat it right across. Like, just like that. Yeah. Although, you do have to remember to take the rind off of the melon first before you put it on the things. Otherwise, you're eating a mouthful of rind. I won't make that mistake 3 times. Maybe the last time was the 3rd time. It'll be the 4th time. Anyway, it's quite useful, hold your melons there so you don't have to hold a melon on your own. You can just stick those in there. It's quite a luxurious item, but one that really, give you some good stature within the melon eating community. No? Oh yeah, I didn't even ask, do you like melons? That's my fault. You know what, hold on. I got something else here that I'm sure will be useful for you. I've got this wooden bracket. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know exactly what this was for originally. But you know what, it's a good sturdy bracket. Got some nice craftsmanship on there, you see the lines. Got this little swirly right here. You could mount this to a wall right here and you could hang a hat on it. Or maybe a cloak. Maybe a hat and a cloak. You never know. Possibilities are endless with a good, strong bracket thing. Don't you think? Alright, well that's That's fine. I got some other things here too. Here, now this is a truly rare sight in this kingdom. This is a wonderful carving of those big, yellow, spiky fruits that they get in Tiffmac. You ever been to Tiffmac? Oh, you have? All right. So you're quite a well-versed traveller yourself, ain't you? Well, you probably saw things like this. That's a smaller version, of course, than the actual real-life fruit. But I saw this and I just knew I had to have it. I knew that there would be someone out there who would be just as fascinated with this wonderful carving of that strange exotic fruit as I was. You know, it's some of these things that some people, they might call it junk. They might not appreciate it for what it is, you know. But there is a buyer out there for this amazing carving, and they are gonna just love it. You know, you just gotta find the right person for the right item, and then it's a match made by the Lady Fate, ain't it? See, that's my job as a peddler. You know, I'm a purveyor of goods, absolutely, but I'm also a matchmaker. Yeah, never thought of a peddler like that, did you? I know, I take my business very seriously around here. So, are you the one destined to be matched with this fascinating carving of a fruit? No. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Maybe you're in the mood for something a bit more practical, eh? You know, here, I got this over here. Got this wonderful teapot. Now, I know some people look at it and all they see are the imperfections. They see the fact that it's not got a lid, or that the handle's broken, you know, poor little thing. You know what? I see that and I see a story. Can you imagine how much this teapot has been used in its lifetime? The sort of people that it has served its contents to. Crazy to think about, ain't it? Yeah, that's what I thought too. Also, this is made of that same ceramic as that wonderful duck that you passed on earlier. That torsionite ceramic. Real hard stuff. Real hard stuff. Great resource, and it's not too abundant in this kingdom, I can tell you that. And I got 2 pieces of the same thing. You could get this, you could get the duck, could grind them both down, and that's a good amount of, you know, protective plating you got there. Quite a lot of useful stuff there. Not this either. All right. Fine. I got something. Hold on, it's over here. I know that this will impress you. You sit right there. I'll be right back. All right. No, I got it somewhere over here. Hold on. I need some help looking. Alright, let's see. Oh, it's not over there. Where did I put that thing? What happened to that dwarf I was showing it to earlier? You know, over here. Stuck it in his pockets or something. Oh! Here it is. Okay. Put those things back. Alright. Okay, I found it. Now, I want to show you this because I know that maybe some of these other things, you know, you got to have the right buyer for stuff, you know, and maybe some of these things ain't quite as incredible as some of the other marvels you might see here, Peddler's Alley. But this, I guarantee, You won't find it any of these other vendors around here. Nobody else has got something like this. Now this is a little beauty that comes directly from a guild of gnome craftsmen over by the border near Cantergar. Yeah, they got this big guild there where they make all of these crazy, interesting things and are constantly, thinking of new, innovative ways of doing stuff. And this little piece of material in here is incredibly important to their trade. This, I'm told, is called an oscillating gyroscope. Yeah, you see, look at all those little moving parts it's got. It's got this part in the middle that spins, and it's got the circles around it. It's got this cool pattern on it too. You see those little diamonds that make sort of a little snowflake or a flower. That's fascinating. Now, were you to take a string, there's a tiny little hole right there, right in the middle of that pole right there. If you put a string in there and you wrap it up, you can actually get this spinning so fast that when you set it on something, it balances. And it don't go nowhere. It might sort of go like this a little bit, but it's going to stay on your finger. It is so, whoa, Now, I don't know if maybe you're an inventor, you like to tinker around with things like this, or maybe just leave that to the gnomes, eh? Yeah, best leave it to the experts. I tried my hand at tinkering for a bit, and it didn't go well. But this, even if you weren't, say, an inventor, even as a toy, this thing is like, whoa, I mean, if you could get this spinning and show it and get it to balance on things, I bet you could actually convince people that you were magic. Yeah, I mean, is that cool? Is that unusual of a thing? But it ain't magic, it's just gnomish innovation at work. Pieces like this are real important when you got things that need to balance, when you're making machines that need to stand up or fly even. The symmetry, the machinations that go into this oscillating gyroscope. Incredibly important. Yeah. I mean, even if you didn't want it, you could take it and trade it to someone else who does do, inventions, mechanics, things like that. I bet they would think it was fascinating. That's nothing you need. Right. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's a pretty cool thing. I do have something else I could show you, but first I got to ask you something. Come here. What is your opinion on the Royal Guard? Yeah, okay. I don't normally show these to strangers, but you said that you and I have met before, and somewhere in this potato brain there's maybe a slight recollection of your features. So I'm going to trust you, alright? Alright. Now these, something truly unique. Now, I'm not going to tell you where I got these. Honestly, it's a crazy story, but the less you know about them, the better. But let me tell you, it is fascinating. And these will almost certainly be useful. You ready? Now, before we begin, I gotta just be real clear with you. These are definitely not enchanted. Okay? Because if I had something like this, and they were enchanted to, you know, help with attacks or defense against people, things like that, that would be illegal. So these are definitely not enchanted. Okay? Okay, let me show you anyway. Here. Now this fascinating little stone here. This is called a dirty quartz. I think some people around here call it smoky quartz. I don't know. Tomato, potato, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, now this is a fascinating little stone just to sort of carry around. You know, there are those who say that stones like this have sort of metaphysical properties, right? So carrying a stone like this around in your pocket, not only is it's a pretty little thing to carry with you, but it can also help to sort of absorb negative energies, if you believe that sort of stuff. Now, if this were enchanted to be able to detect if someone around you was lying to you, now that would be a fascinating bit of you know, an item here. You know, I mean, on its own, it's probably worth a few gold or something like that. But if this could work as a lie detector, that would be quite useful. It'd probably be worth, I don't know, say 30 gold or something. Rare as magic is in this kingdom, I'm sure I don't have to tell you that. You know, but it's definitely not enchanted. Here, hold that hand. There, put that in your hand right there. Now, see how it doesn't glow and warm up when I lie to you, right? Okay. My name is Odin, and I'm a fisherman here to sell me catch. Now, you see how that definitely didn't heat up in your hand, right? Well, yeah, see, it's probably only worth a few gold that way, but if it did, it would be worth quite a lot. Yeah, that could really help me in my own business. If I had a stone that could tell me if someone was lying, then, you know, I would know if people were giving me a bum deal, you know, or were lying about the properties of the things that they're selling me. With a stone like this, it'd be very useful in all of me trades. I wouldn't want to part with this easily. But, you know, for 30 gold, I could maybe do it. Well, there's also, you know, this one. Now, this is a clear quartz point. You see there? It's got some excellent crystal structure in there. It's the same, you know, category of stone as this one, but this one is more of that greyish colour, so it's dirty, and this one is considered clear, you know what I'm saying? Now, as it is, it's a pretty stone. It could probably fetch me a couple gold. But if this stone had been enchanted so that when I held it, I knew if someone nearby meant me harm, now that would be quite a rare thing in this country. It'd probably be worth 50 gold, maybe even more. But you see, look, hold out your hand, hold this one. There. Whoa. Mate, if it's glowing that much, that means that harm is very close to you. Yeah. But of course it didn't glow. It didn't warm up and glow, because if it did, that would be illegal. But you know, something like that could really come in handy too, you know. Watch your back for you if you got someone nearby that means you harm. But you know, of course it's not. It's just a pretty little stone. Also, I have my last one here. Now this little sphere is a sphere of fluorite. It's quite a pretty stone, you know, you got some greens and some purples. I love looking at this one. The little round sphere of crystal. Now, on its own, it ain't worth all that much probably. But if this had been enchanted so that when you held it, it would glow and heat up if, say, for instance, you were being watched by someone. That would be worth quite a lot more, don't you think? 40 gold, easily. A country like this, especially in a city like this, the great capital of Eifendel, where, you know, there's always a bit more going on under the surface than people like to admit. But of course, this little stone is not enchanted. Here, hold out your hand, hold out your hand. There, see how it's not gonna... Oh, yeah, why don't I take that one back? Yeah, okay. You got a tail or something there, stranger? Well, no matter, because this stone is certainly not enchanted. I can tell you that. I can tell you that right now. Although, you do seem rather interested in these stones. Are you a collector by any chance? Yeah? Alright. Now, any of these sort of pique your fancy? Maybe you'd like to make a deal with old Z here for one of these stones? Well, yeah, I know they're wicked expensive, but that's just 'cause they're so rare. You don't get things like this in this kingdom. With magic as touchy of a subject as it is, you know, it's pretty rare to come across such a collection of fascinating, definitely not enchanted items like this. You know, and as a peddler, I may be a matchmaker when it comes to things like, you know, this amazingly, exquisitely carved fruit here. But if I want to make ends meet, it's the unusual items that, you know, sort of keep me afloat. So, you understand. Rare merchandise, supply and demand, all that sort of thing. Now, if you had something to trade for this, you know, I'm always happy to make a good bargain for these sort of unusual or fascinating items, things like that. You know, if you happen to have something. Oh, you do? Come on, let's see it then. What is this now? Look at that. Look at this little fella. That's hand carved, isn't it? Right out of stone. You know, it's a soapstone, is that what it's called? Yeah. Fascinating. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen something like this before. That is quite the unusual specimen, ain't it? Yeah. Maybe I could keep my duck company for a while. Till I sell it, I'm sure this I'd be able to sell just like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's got one of the little ears missing, ain't it? That's alright, it adds character, doesn't it? It adds a story of what this little, what, a donkey? Maybe it's a mule, I don't know. What this little guy has seen. You know what? I'll take this off your hands. What if, well, which of these stones were you thinking of maybe picking up today? The dirty quartz, okay. So this is the one that's able to tell you when someone's lying to you. You just put it in your hand, and when someone says a lie, if they're lying, it'll glow and get warm in your hand. The bigger the lie, the bigger the glow. It's quite a useful thing. So I believe the price for this one, I said 30 gold, right? Okay, well, if you were willing to part with something as fascinating as this little friend here, you know, I could do this plus maybe 20 gold for the definitely not enchanted dirty quartz. All right. I could probably do this and 15 gold. You know, that's half the price of it. And this little guy, I'd say I could probably move him for that, eh? What do you say? This little guy, 15 gold. The lie detecting stone is all yours. Wonderful. We got ourselves a deal then, don't we? Alright, well, here's your stone. Thank you very much. I don't mean anything against you by counting the gold in front of you. They're just, a place like this, Peddler's Alley, it's, can't be too careful, eh? Okay. That looks like you're right on the money there. Well, thank you kindly, old friend. I can call you an old friend, right? It's the second time we're meeting. That's you know, it's a good friendship to me. Alright, well, pleasure doing business with you. You got your stone there, I got my new little friend here. I will set about finding a buyer for you. Not gonna have this for very long, I can tell you that. I am sure that I can find the perfect match. Well, pleasure doing business with you, mate. Well met. I hope that your journeys throughout the rest of the glittering city of Eifendel are safe ones. Wherever else you might be off to as well, eh? Yeah. Maybe I'll see you around another time, but if not, well met.